Well, there is a new kind of tension that is brewing in Gaza now, and let me tell you, it's not coming from Israeli airstrikes this time. It is coming from inside. Under growing pressure from Arab nation, Hamas has now promised to stop public execution after being warned that such brutal acts it could hand Israel a golden excuse to reignite the war. According to Wall Street Journal report, senior mediators from Egypt, Qatar and other Arab nations, they privately told Hamas leaders that their recent actions were putting the entire ceasefire process at risk. These countries, which by the way have spent months negotiating peace between Israel and Hamas, they reportedly told Gaza's ruler, if you continue these executions, Netanyahu will claim Hamas is violating human rights and he will use that to restart military operations. Well, the warning came right after shocking footage went viral online, showing masked gunmen executing alleged collaborators in the street of Gaza. Well, the video's authenticity is still unverified, but the images, the videos, it was enough to cause outrage not just abroad but within Gaza itself. Many Gazans are exhausted from the war, of course. They are exhausted from displacement and now they fear being branded as traitors by Hamas. Reports say that Hamas executed at least 32 men in recent weeks, accusing them of spying for Israel or maybe spreading hate. In the meantime, human rights groups and local activists also, they claim that many of those men never faced a proper trial. One Gaza-based lawyer told Arab media that these killings, they are about control and not about justice. You know what's more worrying is that tribal and clan leaders in southern Gaza, they are now reportedly forming their own armed group, described by locals as anti-Hamas zones. Well, these clans have traditionally held strong influence in Gazan society and their pushback, well, it could signal a serious internal rebellion, that too beneath the surface. Arab mediators fear that this could lead the civil war inside Gaza, something that Israel could easily exploit. In fact, a senior Egyptian source, he told a regional outlet that if fighting breaks out between Hamas and local clan, Israel will step in under the pretext of restoring order, and that's why Arab states are urging Hamas to tone down a little bit of the violence, focus on governance and avoid giving Netanyahu any justification for resuming large-scale strikes. Basically, they just don't want Israel to meddle in no matter what the human cost is. But behind the scenes, sources say that Qatar and Egypt, they are pushing for a longer-term truce, one that includes aid deliveries, prisoner exchange and a plan to rebuild Gaza's shattered neighborhoods. But those talks are still very fragile and Hamas's internal actions, well, they could derail them overnight. Experts also pointed out that Hamas's image in Arab world is slipping now. Once seen as a symbol of resistance, the group is now accused by some of turning Gaza into a police state. Well, the Arab public is increasingly frustrated. They want peace, not endless cycle of revenge, right? So now the question is very clear. Can Hamas balance power and peace, or will its own decisions lead Gaza back into chaos? Because this time, not because of Israel's bomb, but because of its own cracks from within.